If you know me, you know that my life revolves around lists for pretty much everything, from groceries to weekly meal planning to things I have to get done at work to even tasks around the trailer.
Yeah, and one list that Lauren absolutely loves is our setting up camp checklist. It is Lauren and Sam. We are from A Little Bit Unhitched, and today we're going to walk you through that very important checklist that even though we've done it 1,000 times, Lauren still reviews.
Yeah, I didn't think our setting up camp list could get any better, but then I got my hands on the arrival checklist from RVer, from their blog, and our checklist went from, I kid you not, like an 8 to a 10. Kind of like when Sam decides to trim his mustache.
I think both of those numbers are generous, and we both know that.
Yeah.
There are a ton of different checklists out there, and it's really important that you cater your specific checklist to your specific rig and your needs. So when we first arrive, Lauren begins to tackle the inside checklist, and I usually start with the outside stuff. First, we always survey the campsite before we back in just to make sure there are no hazards that could potentially damage our rig. So a big rookie mistake is backing up your rig into a location that cannot be reached by your utilities. So you should always check that before you unhitch from your tow vehicle. Next, you want to make sure that you have shore power that's in good shape before you go hooking anything up. If you have an EMS, that is like the best way to check this the entire time you're camping. It will protect your rig from low voltage, high voltage, the whole gamut. Once your rig is in the appropriate position, you can go ahead and level your rig from side to side using boards or blocks. We use plastic leveling blocks. You can use a variety of different methods just to see if you are level. We use our iPhones. Just make sure you don't have weird buttons on the side that can throw off the app that you use for the leveling tool. You can also use an old-fashioned level and just put it right there on the hitch just to make sure that you are level from side to side. Next thing, make sure you put your wheel chocks in before you unhitch from the tow vehicle. That is very, very important. If you don't do that, you're gonna have your trailer running down the hill and you're gonna be running after it. Once you do that, you can unhitch from your tow vehicle, and then you can level your trailer from front to back using the jack on the front of your RV. At this point, I always take the tow mirrors off because they are at a perfect level for Lauren's head. At this point, I will stow all the hitch parts and we put it in the front storage compartment of the Airstream. We have specialized locks on here from RVer because the Airstreams actually come from the factory with the same locks on all their storage compartments. If you want a video on it, we will leave the link for that video right here. So now you're free to set your stabilizer jacks. Just a reminder, never lower your stabilizer jacks until you unhitch and level your trailer. This is a great way to break a stabilizer jack. We've never done that, and we never want to.
Don't plan to.
So now you can turn on your propane connector, water, electricity, and sewer hookups, and don't forget to open the vent fan for the stovetop because we've totally forgotten that many times. From here, go ahead and make it a home. Put out your awning. If it's a calm, sunny day, you can lay out your RV mat and go ahead and grab those lawn chairs and your cooler.
So as Sam mentioned, I tackle all the stuff on our list for the inside. This starts with turning on the water heater. Now, we have made the rookie mistake way too many times where we come in from a campfire, we're itching to take a shower to find that the water is cold. So just go ahead, as soon as you get inside your rig, turn on that water heater. Depending on what the temperature looks like outside, I will go ahead and set our thermostat to whatever setting it needs to be, or I open up all the windows. Then I go ahead and I set everything else back up. That means putting the plants where they belong, taking our coffee cups up, getting the Keurig set up, all those things that you need for a fantastic weekend. Last but not least, double check the settings on your fridge when you get hooked up. We have been burned by this a few times. If you are boondocking, make sure that the fridge is set to propane. If you are plugged into hookups, make sure that your fridge is actually working appropriately. There have been a few times where we have lost a few perishable items from not double checking our fridge settings. Last time was actually Myrtle Beach not that long ago. We didn't check to make sure that the fridge settings were correct, and we lost some cottage cheese.
And that's really it. So check your list, check it twice, make sure you do everything. And when you do, enjoy your campsite.
If you feel like you need some more guidance on where to begin, go ahead and download RVer's arrival checklist. And like we like to say on our end of things, happy trails.
Happy trails.